Hello and welcome to the Daily Synopsis by Bar and Bench, where we give you a brief summary of the most important legal news of the day.
Malayalam news channel MediaOne has appealed against a single bench verdict of the Kerala High Court that upheld the broadcast ban slapped on it by the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. On Tuesday, Justice N. Nagaresh had upheld the decision of the INB ministry to revoke the channel's license. While doing so, the court accepted the government's argument that freedom of speech could be restricted in the interest of national security. So, what is the genesis of this controversy? Under the current guidelines, the Union Ministry of Home Affairs has to give a security clearance before the renewal of a license. However, on January 31st, the INB ministry informed MediaOne that its license renewal request had been denied. After this, the channel challenged the ministry's action before the Kerala High Court. In its plea, MediaOne had argued that the government must inform as to why the security clearance was denied to Media House and provided an opportunity to be heard before passing an order revoking its license to broadcast. It further said that it is not involved in any anti-national activities. It also argued that the revocation was a violation of its rights under Article 19(1)(a), which guarantees freedom of speech and expression, and under Article 19(1)(g), which constitutes the freedom to practice any trade or profession. Employees of MediaOne had also petitioned the court saying that if the licenses were not renewed, then more than 300 of them would go through economic hardship. On the other hand, the union government argued that in matters pertaining to national security, strict adherence to the principles of natural justice, including the right to defend oneself, could not be insisted upon. It added that the freedom of press is not absolute and that there could be reasonable restrictions on it on grounds like national security. So what did the court say? Well, relying on the documents submitted by the Ministry of Home Affairs in a sealed cover, the court held that the ban on MediaOne channel was justified. These documents, however, were not provided to the channel. The court also agreed with the government that there could be reasonable restrictions on free speech. Further, the court also said that in matters of national security, principles of natural justice need not be adhered to, and that the scope of the court's interference in such cases is very limited. The judgment also relied on an ancient Indian text called the Atri Samhita to say that national security is one of the most important sovereign functions of a government. So, what is the impact of this judgment? While there have been temporary bans placed on channels like NDTV and AsiaNet News in the past, this is the first instance where a channel's license has been revoked altogether. And no one except the court and the union government knows the exact reason for this ban. MediaOne TV has thus approached the Kerala High Court in appeal. All eyes are now on what the division bench of the Kerala High Court will hold in a matter that has significant implications on the freedom of press in India.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon.